Welcome back. A look at what's happening at the national front. After the exit polls predicted a win for the Samajwadi Party with a possible shot of majority in Uttar Pradesh, there has been a lot of speculation and comments on possible alliances. Congress Union Minister Beni Prasad Verma said that if it was a question of forming the government, the BSP was a better partner. However, the Congress was quick to point out that this was his personal view and not the party's.
सरकार बनाने की चाबी कांग्रेस के हाथ में है और कांग्रेस सरकार बनाएगी। सहयोग हमको लेना होगा तो सपा से अच्छी है बसपा। सपा गुंडागर्दी वाली पार्टी है, प्रदेश परेशान हो जाएगा। बसपा जो है वो दलित लोगों की पार्टी है, ठीक है।
Mr. Beni Prasad Verma has said is his individual view, as he has also accepted. It has nothing to do with any conversation or any exchange of ideas with any person within the party. And if this would be happening, I would be the first person to know. The CLP would be the first person to know. And I don't think that the High Command is even thinking about it.
But the RLD doesn't seem to be planning to switch sides. Party chief Ajit Singh today denied reports that they will tie up with the Samajwadi Party. Ajit Singh insisted that his party is with the Congress and will remain so. Ajit Singh's son Jayant Chowdhury had reportedly hinted at a tie-up with the Mulayam Singh's party.
This person hasn't talked to me. This person hasn't talked to Jayant. As he says, there was an announcement in party. There was no announcement by the party. It's a totally concocted story.
So it's a complete denial.
There is no truth in it. We have an alliance with Congress. Alliance will continue. Anything we'll do in UP will be in consultation with Congress.
And a day after the 7-phase polls ended in Uttar Pradesh, the covers have gone off the statues of Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Mayawati and her giant elephants almost 2 months after they went under wraps. Ahead of the elections in the state, the Election Commission ordered the statues of the BSP leader and the elephants to be covered as they violated the Model Code of Conduct. In a late-night decision, the Election Commission asked the state government to uncover the statues. 9 statues of Mayawati and 156 statues of elephants in Lucknow were unveiled. I stand by my decision to drape Mayawati statues, says the Chief Election Commission Qureshi, speaking exclusively to NDTV's Barka Dutt. The CEC said if the hand lotus or cycle had been built at public expense, he would have draped those too.
One of the other controversies, sir, in this election was your decision to drape the statues of the BSP symbol as well as Mayawati herself. Now, people turned around and said, but the Election Commission did not cloak the lotus, it did not cloak the hand. They're everywhere. So this was discriminatory. This was the criticism that came even from the BSP. How do you counter that?
In fact, this surprises me, in fact shocks me. In fact, very knowledgeable people, even senior journalists have been saying this, some of them. I think they have not understood it at all, or they have not taken the thing seriously. Idea is level playing field. That is our dharma. The incumbent government has an advantage which needs to be neutralized. It is our standing practice that the day we announce the election, we remove the pictures of the Prime Minister, the Chief Minister from the walls, the calendars, even the picture of the leaders is removed, incumbent leaders is removed from their website. Now, if you can remove a picture, or if you cannot remove the picture, you cover it. So, just because the statue is bigger, is spectacular, is there a separate law?
But for those who say you can't,
secondly, now this
people started saying, is he going to cover the elephant on the street? I mean, that became a joke.
No, that became a joke, but the answer actually is there. An elephant on the street has nothing to do with us. If you have come to see me on an elephant, no problem. It's only the elephant in a public park built at a public expense. Some people say, why not hand?
Yeah.
But, or cycle. Tomorrow, suppose the party with cycle symbol comes to us and they say that please build 200 structures with the cycle put up on that at public expense to give us level playing field. After all, their symbol is a brand, is a logo. You know Coca-Cola, don't you?
Yeah.
But Coca-Cola still spent crores of rupees to promote its brand. Why? Therefore, a symbol which is being displayed at public expense, at public place, needs to be covered.
So you don't regret that decision at all?
No question, because legally it is the most valid decision. I'll remind you of a decision which was taken by Election Commission in 2004. When Mr. Vajpayee was the Prime Minister.
The National Highway.
The National Highways, there were 600 hoardings carrying big picture of Vajpayee ji, and they all had to be covered.
And recently, the Election Commission and the government had a turf war with Law Minister Salman Khurshid, suggesting that they control the poll panel by controlling them administratively. The same battle is also playing out in the CBI, heightened after the Lokpal debates.
They fought for autonomy during the Lokpal debate, but though the bill is in cold storage, the agency hasn't given up its fight. Sources tell NDTV the CBI is now holding meetings with the government to get independence in other aspects, including the freedom to send a team abroad for investigation, freedom to attend seminars without taking government permission, and to order forensic studies at private labs. Compared to the major demands like appointment of the CBI director that featured in the Lokpal bill, these seem smaller issues. But even then, the government is reluctant.
For the purpose of the organizing seminar symposium within the country, the government of India is very particular that it should be organized here. Honorable Prime Minister gave me the direction that these organizations, whatever the support they need, the government should give it.
But the CBI is not giving up. In fact, they want the government to increase their strength by 2,000 so they can handle more corruption cases.
No one really knows the fate of the Lokpal bill, when it will come up in Parliament and whether it will ever be passed or not, which is why the CBI is really fighting for these little autonomies. But it's very unclear, and especially they're not very optimistic about whether they'll win this battle with the government or not. In New Delhi, Snetra Chaudhary for NDTV.
A look at what's happening across the nation. 2 trains have collided in southern Poland, leaving 15 people dead and 50 hurt. The accident occurred on Saturday evening on the Warsaw-Krakow main line. The 2 express trains, one of which was on the wrong track, collided head-on, a senior railway official said. The 2 trains, comprising 10 carriages in total, were carrying an estimated 350 passengers at the time of crash. Helicopter ambulances from Warsaw and Wrocław helped to take the injured to the hospitals. Well, it is not just India but most countries outside as well, as the polling stations across Russia have also opened the presidential election polls. Sunday's vote says Vladimir Putin hoping to become president again after 4 years as Prime Minister. Mr. Putin was Russia's president from 2000 to 2008 but was barred by the constitution from standing for a 3rd consecutive term. Syrian forces continue to block aid from Red Cross for the 2nd day. Red Cross has been trying to reach civilians stranded without food and fuel in the former rebel stronghold of Homs. The forces have also not ceased to attack parts of the shattered city, even as rebels continue to escape. Meanwhile, China, which earlier vetoed UN Security Council resolution to end violence in Syria, has now urged the Syrian government to end violence against civilians. The United Nations says Syrian security forces have killed more than 7,500 civilians since a revolt against Assad's rule. You have more news and updates coming your way after a short break.